Hey everybody, so I'm assuming that this is where you can see everything. There's so many events going on right now, and all you guys are doing events and you're having to set up tables. And there's just some more quick tips that we can go through that will make it look more professional, make your life a little easier, and bring your customers to your table or your booth, depending on where you're at. So here's my thing. If you're going to spend the money on the booth, if you're going to take the time away from your family or whatever else you were doing for those few hours or those couple days, if it's a multi-day event, make it worth your while. Okay. There's so many things you can do to make it worth your while. First thing you're going to do is whatever tablecloth you're going to use, go ahead and iron it, throw it in the dryer and get the wrinkles out, do whatever. Just kind of straighten it out a little bit. Because when we fold them and we put them in the stuff for our events, they get wrinkled. I know this. And so it just looks better if it's just a little bit and doesn't really take that much. All you have to do is throw it in the dryer with maybe like a wet washcloth and it will just take a lot of the wrinkles out. Now, the other things are you need some height with, like different levels with your stuff. I'm going to walk over here, which is rude in front of the camera, but I'm doing it anyway. So you need different levels so that it stands out more. Okay. You need some things that stick way up like those Vegetable towers or the Servilier bowls. So that when people are coming down towards you, they see those sticking up. And when people see Tupperware bowls, they know exactly what they are because we've been around for so long, they know what they're looking for. You can hear people 2 or 3 booths away going, is that Tupperware? Is that Tupperware down there? We got to go to the Tupperware booth. And then you can hear the husbands going, we don't need any more Tupperware. And the wives are like, no, 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 come on, come on, come on. So, and you want to make sure that you have whatever you have in your stock. If you have 4 or 5 of something, unless you need to fill that table up, you don't need to put it all out whenever you're just doing a table. If you're doing a really big booth like the IX or something like that, then you can do many multiples. But if you have like a Vegetable tower, if you have 4 or 5 of them, if you put all of them out on your table, that's all there's going to be out there, okay? Because they're huge. But if you put one out, that means you've got the rest of them under your table or behind you, wherever it is that you can have extra stuff, that when somebody buys it, you don't have to take them down and do it. You can just hand them the one that's already ready to go, which makes it easier for them to carry. And also, and this is just how I feel about it, if you have a whole bunch of something out, people are like, well, we'll come back for it because you have plenty. Now, if you only have one of everything out, they don't know how many you have. All right. And if they really want it, they might not want to risk the fact that if they come back, you might be sold out. So I would just like in a booth this size, like an 8 foot or a 6 foot table, I would just put out one of everything or one or two maybe. The other thing is your conversation starters. Okay. I've got the Shape-O ball on one corner of the table. And down here, I've got the salt and pepper shakers and the Fix and Mix bowl. Why? Because people will stop and talk to you about those 2 products. They will walk down, they'll grab this thing and start telling you about how they had it for their kids, and now they need it for their grandkids, or they remember having it, or somebody will walk up with their mom and go, didn't we have this? I didn't know it was Tupperware. And you can start that conversation with them about Tupperware being around for 80 years and how this is still one of our best sellers because it's kind of a rite of passage to being a child. Okay. You have to have one of those Shape-O balls. I also, when I set up this, so if you look at this, I try and like make sense of things. So the glass is out because you want people to know we have glass. You kind of put it front and center. Silicone bags, those are fairly new and you want people to know we have them. Don't ever hide your chopper. If you have a chopper, I don't care what size it is, you make sure they can see it. But all 4 of these things are in our kit. So if you see somebody looking at these, if they're looking at the glass or any of these things, you can start that conversation, say, if you like Tupperware, if these are the things you're looking at, we have a thing where you can start and you can either make some money or you can save yourself some money for as little as $15. And that starts your recruiting conversation. Because like I said, if you're going to put the money into this and the time and the effort, you need to do more than just sell your stock. Okay. You need to date some parties. You need to get some people to join you in the business. You need to make some friends. Okay. Make those contacts. So I try and put things that are in the kit right around the little picture of the kit so that they can see and we can talk about that super, super easy. Let's see some other things. Okay. Now This is kind of my hill to die on, guys. You're going to date parties, all right? And you want to have these lead slips out so that people can fill them out. You might have like some little gift or something that you're going to do a drawing for everybody that fills out a lead slip. But I have this little box, okay? And it says the party doesn't start till the Tupperware lady walks in. This has citrus peelers and smidgets and keychains, a couple other little gadgety things in them. They can get one of these when they date a party. All right. It doesn't matter what kind of party, just so they're going to date a party. Guys, if you're selling your smidgets and your citrus peelers, you're missing out on datings. I promise you, you can date parties for those. I've done it. People want them, and don't sell them. Please don't sell the things that they can't get unless they have a party. Because it's just the best way to go about talk. And people will come up. How many times have had somebody come up and go, do you have those little things? And you sell them the minis, and they're like, no, no, they're smaller than that. I put my pills in them. And you go, yes, yes, the midgets. We have those, the little smidgets. And they'll go, oh, can I buy one? And I always go, you know what? I want to give it to you. And they go, you do? And I'm like, no, no, I'll buy it from you. I said, no, I want to give it to you. And I want to give it to you when I come to your party, and I'll bring some extras for your friends. It's a conversation starter, and it gets that door open, because then you go to you guys still do parties? So yeah, I always put that out where they can see it and where they can ask about it. They'll ask about the salt and pepper shakers. You'll have the same kind of conversations with those as you do about the shape ball. Grandma had them on the stove. I remember when Uncle Fred burnt Aunt Mary's and she had a fit. All right. So those are some of the things. Make sure you have party packs. Okay. I don't like to put my business cards or catalogs out on the table. I like to have people ask for them, or I like to offer them to them, because I want to have the conversations. I don't want people just walking by and grabbing a catalog and walking by. I want to talk to them about the fact that my website's on the back of there, and there's so much more on the website than there is in the catalog, okay? And if you're going to date parties, have party packs with you. They don't have to be extensive. They don't have to be any big thing. I have over here, right? I just have envelopes. Mine say Tupperware because I have some of those, but all you need is a 9x13 envelope or a folder, anything. Make sure there's a catalog, some sales flyers, your contact information, a host sheet, okay, so they know what their host bonuses are, and just a few ideas. Bonnie's trifold sheet needs to go in your party packs. Take them with you. If somebody says, well, I'll do a Facebook party, give them a party pack, all right? They might have friends that aren't going to get on Facebook. Plus, if they take it home with them, they're going to look at it and they're going to be more engaged in your party than if you try and get hold of them a week later and go, wouldn't you want to set up your Facebook party? Because by then they're kind of hemming and hawing about it. This gives them something tangible to hang on to and look at. All right, one more thing, and then I'm going to be done. So I also have, and we always do a $5 bin. Now, this can have anything in it. It can have parts and pieces, like if this has an ideal little bowl in it, right? For $5. It has the ideal little bowl in it because I don't have any idea what happened to the other three that go with it. So it's in there, okay? A water bottle, just because we don't have these anymore, and $5 is good. Seals, and I know, okay, these are modular made seals. How many times do people come in and go, I just need to get a seal. I need to buy a seal. They will pay for these seals, and you can get rid of the ones you have that you don't have modular mates to go to. So this works, but don't put it out right away. Don't start your table with this on it. Wait until things maybe slow down, or if people aren't stopping, put this up, because they will stop. People will stop and rummage through a $5 bin in a heartbeat. Okay. That also can start conversations for you about the other things on the table. But if this is out there first, I don't know, it to me, I want them to look at this stuff here. And then if things are real slow or people aren't stopping, I would put the $5 bin out to bring in customers, but I don't want to start there. I want them to look at what I already have set up. So like I said, if you're going to do this, and some of you do a lot of them, make it worth your while, okay? Do it. And the other thing, somebody said, oh, I sent a picture of this to somebody, and she goes, Well, nobody can see you behind there. You don't need to be behind there, okay? You need to be out where people can talk to you. Now, I know I'm better now, but there was a long period of time where I could not stand up for 8 hours at a show. But you could put like a stool or something off to the side here. Don't be in the back. Don't be in, they don't know you're back there. And it's hard to talk to somebody through a set of vegetables and a set of modular mates. You need to be where they can see you and where you can talk to them and where you look friendly. So those are my tips for events, guys. If you have any questions or if you want to know anything else, just let me know.